Day, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, and just welcome to another segment of Lifi'n Talk. And this segment's going to be a little bit different because we're going to really open it up to some great Q&A that are the most asked questions. And so we're just going to spend a few minutes as life coaches. So Dr. Rose White, welcome. She is a master life coach. And do you want to just tell the audience a little bit about yourself and where they can find you?
Well, I am Dr. Rose, and you can definitely learn more about what I do as a life coach, where I do help second act professionals. I help women coaches. I help insurance agents, various people that are transitioning, perhaps even looking at new career choices. It's just amazing some of the things that's happening right now. But you can learn more about what we do by visiting our website at www.elevatepathwayscoaching.com.
Well, just so, here is a platform that we talk about various topics to empower you, to give you some good life coaching fuel, because there's endless topics, it never runs out because it involves life. And so it is our pleasure to come and bring some valid topics to you each and every week. And so this one is just going to be opening up about some frequent asked questions that we both get on our different platforms. And so it's going to be a little bit different because Dr. Rose is going to ask the question. So here we go.
All right. So most of the time that we find stuck isn't about being lazy. And so I'm going to ask you, Liz, when lots of times we get the question, why do I feel stuck? And so what would you say when it comes to this? A person is at that place and they're wondering, why am I in this place? Why am I feeling away?
Well, I would say many responses on that, but in the interest of time, I would say what part of it is mindset. Okay, that you are set in your ways and you just keep on looping around the same mind, some thoughts looping around. So this is what a life coach is for, to help you evaluate your life as a whole, do some work with you on clarity. And so how we would focus some strategies and definitely build a plan for you is really do the work. We have to do some dissection and get to know you, ask a lot of questions. And so what we would start with is really doing a SWOT, personal SWOT. So actually we just did a segment on that. So at any time you can look and refer back to it. But basically a SWOT, that's what I would start with to help you get unstuck, is evaluation of what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are your opportunities, and what's your threats? Why do you feel stuck? Because that's a threat. And that helps us get an understanding of why do you feel that way. It's many emotions that is tied to that word. So we have to unravel that a little bit. So we have to go backwards in order to go forwards.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then the other part that I would say is I'm going to challenge you to try some different things, because stuck is doing the same thing every single day. So you gotta live differently, do things a little bit differently. How do you do that? Well, Dr. Rose, one step at a time.
One step at a time, one day at a time.
That's
right. Absolutely. Well, Liz, with that said, another question that we hear on a regular basis, because people are always in that place where they're trying to figure out, what is my purpose? What is it that I need to do? So for a person that comes to you, how would you help them with that question? How would you respond when they ask you, how do I find my purpose?
Well, again, it really goes down to, I would say I can't give you that answer in just one sentence. Okay, because it does take a little bit of time of me asking questions and us working together, because really the most beautiful thing between a client and a life coach is you establish relationship. And I ask a lot of questions because I have to get to know you. I have to get to know your heart. And so there is different things that we can do to connect all of what you're about internally, of your personality, your likes and your dislikes, what you do as far as a living and your hobbies and all of that. And then we can start to connect the dots.
That's right.
And so where your purpose lies, as I always tell my clients, it's connected to your passion. What are you passionate about? What are your hobbies? What do you like to do? What lights you up? Because that's the beginning of finding your purpose, I would say, Dr. Rose.
Absolutely.
And there's more to it than that, but for just to give you a little quick
Absolutely.
answer.
Absolutely. And
Because
that's
it's not
good.
a quick answer.
It's really
No.
not.
No.
More to it than meets the eye, but that's good. But because in coaching, people come with so many things, and so many people they want to do things, they want to build things, they want to succeed in life, but oftentimes they are lacking in one particular area, and that area is confidence. And so, Liz, how would you respond to a person that comes to you and they literally ask you the question, hey, how do I build my confidence?
Well, and that's not easy either. It's not a quick fix either. But I will say that we all have internal gifts and talents. Okay. And so we have to get to the root of the cause, why you lack confidence. Because believe it or not, there could be some areas in your life that you might be confident where you think you lack, and there might be, that's a start. And so overall, I would say that the answer really lies in doing the work in you, okay? To recognize that you are validation within yourself, okay? Figuring out what makes you happy and what experiences maybe cause your lack of confidence. Did it stem from childhood? So we have to ask some foundational questions, and then from there, some best practices for you to start. But it starts about education, educating yourself on building a different mindset, okay? And it also starts with positive affirmation, having positive people around you, building a community, a group, maybe to get like kind-minded people. So all of those things are on the track to get you from lacking in your confidence to building your confidence. And again, there's a lot more to it, Dr. Rose, but that's a short answer.
Absolutely. And it's a good answer.
Thank you.
I tell you. And today it's all about questions that a lot of times we get. But one of the questions that I have found is dealing with our thought processes. We as people, constantly, our brain cells is going all the time. And so for a person that is coming to you, recognize that they overanalyze everything, they overthink everything, and they are wanting some help in this area. And so how do you respond to someone that asks you, how do I stop overthinking?
Okay, first of all, we need to build a healthy thought life. Okay, so if you're an overthinker, we're definitely going to have to get to the root of the cause. Is it that you thrive on being a multitasker and your brain just always goes and never stops? And sometimes you need to quiet down your mind a little bit. So there's a lot of asking those questions. What is it that drives your mind to overthink? And so we have to come up with getting to the root of the cause, because I have to get to know you as a person, because there's no magic remedy that one size fits all or one strategy fits all. So I have to get to know, what type of character are you? What type of person are you? What do you like? What are your dislikes? And so also self-care is very important, as I always talk about, Dr. Rose, and having some quiet. Do you do that? Because for overthinkers, you have to build that into a habit. It has to become a habit to have some reflection time, to have that time where you do have a meeting with yourself.
Absolutely.
And so that's a start. Again, it's one of those things that it's a work in progress. It's not an easy, quick fix solution to one
Absolutely. Well, now this question is, now this is a doozy.
Oh boy.
And this is one that I have come across so many times over the years, and it's all about relationships. And so someone that's coming and it's like their life is a cycle, and it's not always a good cycle. It's a vicious cycle. And so for a person that's coming and they're asking you, why in the world is my relationship repeating the same pattern? What would you suggest? How would you explain to them in what it is that they may need to do when it comes to this?
What one word that comes to mind, and then I'll elaborate. Evaluation. Okay. Evaluate the people in your life that make up different relationships, different kinds of relationships in your life. Why do you have those particular people in your life? Do they add value to you, or are they zapping your energy? Okay. Because sometimes it's getting rid of some people that no longer serve you and building boundaries, healthy boundaries. And maybe some people out there don't even know what that means. But because self-evaluation, you have to think that you are a treasure and that your mind and your health, you as a person really count. You got to put yourself first also. For you to live the best life that you can do, you have to make some adjustments. And so that would be the first thing that I would say, because there's so much more to that.
That's right.
But it is being alert and aware of, why do you feel the way that you do? Is it a person or situation or a place that's causing that? So we have to get to the root of the cause.
Right. And this is a subject that, again, it could be a topic all by itself, because
So
when
true.
it comes to relationships, there's lots of things, and this is definitely one of my areas. So it's a good thing I'm just asking the questions today.
Call Dr. Rose.
I want to ask people that you have come in contact with, same as I have come in contact with, life can be overwhelming.
Yes.
As people, you have to wear so many hats. There are so many tasks, so many assignments, so many things that has to be done on a regular day-to-day basis, from taking care of the family, running a business, taking care of the community, church activities, whatever the case might be. So for a person that's coming to you and they're saying, Liz, I want to change my life, but right now I'm just overwhelmed. What are the things that you would say to them?
You have to evaluate, where is your energy going? Where is your time going? Okay, because we only have 24 hours in a day. So there may be some things that you have to give up in order to gain more personal time, more of peace, because peace is invaluable. That's the most precious, one of the most precious gifts of all. And so it's inner work that you have to do to evaluate, how did I get here and where do I want to go?
Absolutely. And with that, Liz, I thank you so much for responding to all of these various questions, which is just so very important. And we do hope that you were able to get something
Yes.
from all of this, because these are things that are real. People are dealing with and having these questions and things in their mind every single day. And some of you may have had those very same questions. So we hope that even in the briefness of this, that you were able to gather from this. But if not, and you have some additional questions, then we're always here for you.
Yes, and I would say, what if you find something that is troubling you, don't keep on hitting the repeat button. Do something about it. That's the challenge of finding there's always hope, there's always action, there's always another phase in life, another season, a better season if you're not in a season of life that you want to be. But it's about taking one step at a time. Nothing lasts forever.
Right.
And so this is what, there's no situation that is less than anything else, because we do acknowledge in the time that we're in that there's so many people going through a lot of different challenges in their life. And so connect with somebody, a group, individual, a mentor, a church, and there's always a way. And so part of this Q&A was to really emphasize that you're never you're always within reach to the other side. So I hope that this gave you some life coaching fuel for us being here each and every week to offer some strategies and some nuggets for you. We're always available, and just like there's so many other people available. And if you find yourself that you do need someone to talk to, pick up the phone and reach out. That's the first step. So we want to encourage you today to have a great day. Also subscribe, because this is what we're here to offer, some suggestions to you, some potential solutions, but it's about taking that first step. So with that, Dr. Rose, do you have any closing thoughts?
We just want to say that we're hoping that you have a wonderful day, and just know that we're always here to assist you.
Yes. So with that, have a wonderful day.